It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video by Antonio Talks. Elon Musk has a victim mentality. And that's crazy too, because Bill has to be one of the most successful victims I've never seen in my life. I've never seen a man with so much money complain so much. But let's get into the video, at least see what Bill talking about. Come on.
So if y'all ain't know, me and Elon Musk are beefing. He may not know it right now, but I plan on dropping at least 2 hate videos a month on him just to get his attention. I really don't like this dude, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm pretty sure everybody know who Elon Musk is. He came out as this like fake Tony Stark type of dude. And then as time went on, he started slowly taking off the mask. And in 2026, he's just a proud, full-blown racist. He has this much money, y'all. He also has 13 kids by 13 different women. You know, they love calling black men baby daddies and shit, but look at him, right? Anyway, he has that much money, that many kids. But I swear, y'all, he sits on Twitter all day.
13 kids by 13 different women. You are an animal. Okay? You need to be sterilized, my boy.
And reposts every racist thing or any bad thing that a black person does. He'll be like, interesting. And it's just like, for some people, dog, no matter how much money they get, they will never be unlame. This is the same dude who was begging to get an invite to Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Starving.
And because he was so lame, even to them elites, they didn't care about how much money he had. He couldn't get on. So Elon Musk retweeted this post. It says, South African president says that the country will not abandon its DEI policies known as Black Economic Empowerment. Those who only say BE and affirmative action must stop are just dreaming, he said. Elon Musk retweeted, South Africa has extremely racist laws. Now, for context, y'all, Elon Musk was born in like the 1970s in South Africa. So this was at the height of the apartheid. Now, if you don't know what the apartheid is, it's basically on some Jim Crow South type of shit, but in South Africa. It was segregated, and white supremacy there was at an all-time high. So not giving Elon Musk any type of grace, but we can see the type of system he grew up in. What you got to understand with a lot of these folks is that equality equates to oppression to them, right? If things are on the same standards, then what are you doing wrong? Why aren't we in favor? In 2026, especially in America, man, things are, I would say they're on an even playing field. Not as much, but we're getting there. This is why we see a lot of black doctors, black lawyers, hell, even other minorities. They are getting some of these top jobs, and a lot of these mediocre white people, they like, how? Hey, hold on now. How did y'all get these jobs? Because, you know, back in the day, shit, let's say me and you graduated college. You're a white man, I'm black. We got the same credentials, same test scores, but the owner is a white man. I mean, 9 times out of 10, he's going to choose that other white dude. He's more familiar with him. So that's why things like DEI were started, right? Just because these people are...
He fits the culture more, the company culture. You know, we have a certain language, certain customs we abide to at this company, and we just don't know if you'd be a good fit. Nigga, can I get a job done? Yes or no? Does my resume show that I could handle the job? Yes? All right then. Can I handle the job better than everybody else you interviewed today? Yes? What we waiting for? But, you know, they tried to hide behind, you know, the culture stuff. And then we literally had to pass a law so that people couldn't be discriminated against for their hair. For your hair, you could have been discriminated against and denied a job. Hey, man.
Are more successful don't mean that they're better. So now that we got that understood, let's look at these comments of them eating him up. For example, this is a picture of a park bench. It says Europeans only in Africa. And I forgot to mention that the apartheid lasted from the 1940s to the mid 1990s, early 1990s, which is crazy to me, bro. And this right here is a tweet that really blew up. It says, this is how Elon Musk was raised in the apartheid South Africa, y'all. So, you know, I'm just showing y'all this to see the system that Elon Musk has benefited from. Truly, but he makes statements like that. This breaks my heart, bro, that some of my black people even had to live like this, dog. You had to make ends meet by doing shit like this, bro. This is a picture of young Elon Musk and his brother next to a nice ass car because he brags about him coming from nothing. You've always had money. You grew up in the apartheid South Africa. His dad is also a white supremacist and also a pedo. You know what I'm saying? I talked about him in a previous video, but here's another video showing how this area was at this time. This is in Rhodesia, 1973. A farmer was made to search for landmines using a pitchfork so the white man could drive safely.
So only one boy came up, actually 2, but I only needed 1. So I gave him one of my pitchforks, that's the hay forks. And he was in front of us, and wherever is a soft spot, I told him to pitch in there, stick the fork in there and see.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That is crazy, bro. Bro sends you on a mission to go pitchfork your way through landmine territory so that he could be safe. If you blow up, he like, damn, bro, fuck. I guess I gotta find another way home. This is a system that he grew up under, and he has the nerve to talk about the laws are racist. Man, some of these people you cannot take serious. But what do you expect from a billionaire who is profiting off of the bigotry within America? You know, what can you expect? They have been doing it forever, and they're gonna keep on doing it until the people finally wake up and call it for how they see it. But this is America we're talking about.
There's anything, so that we could get.
If y'all don't know what a landmine is, it's like a bomb. So if he touch it, he'll blow up and die. So he's like, basically, you just go out there and do this work for me, and if you die, it's cool. I'll replace you type shit. Like,
that's crazy.
So this is the time that Elon Musk grew up in, y'all. You know, this was the time he grew up in.
And we did do so until we reached the main road. And then I had the boy turn back, and I went over to the neighbors to phone from there. I went over to Mr. J.D. West Station, my next door neighbor. And from then I phoned the police, and from then on the guys started moving. It was just one.
And this is another tweet that just shows how much of a fraud Elon Musk is. It says, while attending the University of Pennsylvania, Elon Musk rented a 10-bedroom house and converted it into a nightclub, charging students a $5 entry fee. Now, what average college student can rent a 10-bedroom house unless he's already from money? The fake origin story that you came from nothing is BS, bro. And nobody's falling for it. Now, I want to go through some of his retweets, right? It says, if white men become minority, we will be slaughtered. Remember, if non-whites openly hate white men while white men hold a collective majority, then they will be 1,000 times more hostile and cruel when they are the majority over white. White solidarity is the...
But the part they always lead out... See, this is why they're so fearful of becoming a minority. Because they think that the current minorities will band together and slaughter them and try to eradicate them like they done tried to do other minorities, especially black people. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them try to convince you that they didn't have a mission to get us out of here, bro. They were trying to eradicate us from after slavery and on. And they continue to try to do it through little policies and little shit by not... Man, it's a whole little thing. But the point is, this is the type of shit that he chooses to promote for a reason. He knows that he's profiting off of this agenda of, oh, white men are under attack. We're under attack, y'all. And you know these fucking nerds and incels and these dweebs, they see themselves within Elon Musk because he gives off the same vibe. He gives off a scarcity mindset. You know what I'm saying? He's not worried about becoming a minority, but he know you are. He know you're worried about becoming a minority. So he's going to play into your fear. And he's going to have you thinking and moving the way that makes him the most money, the way that pushes his agenda. But the way you moving doesn't benefit you. Remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Only way through. And once again, man, this whole thing about white people becoming a minority is basically just fear. It's fear because of the way that they treated everybody through the last couple hundreds of years is going to get back to them. All of the rapings, all of the mass killings, all of the destruction that they have caused is going to catch up to them. So that's what it's all stemming from. And the crazy thing is, bro, people ain't gonna do nothing to y'all. I feel like it's just not in a lot of us DNA. You know what I'm saying? It ain't something we care to get revenge. We just want to be left alone and chilling. And like I said, man, just from where Elon Musk comes from, he's always had it good. White people were always on the top, black people were always on the bottom. So he in 2026 now, things are changing. He doesn't like this. And it's just crazy that he's literally the richest man in the world. I mean, he has all the money to change things, but he could care less about, you know what I'm saying, the white peasants. He don't care. He don't care about them either, but it's like a facade. You know, that's why I say with racism, at the end of the day, bro, it hurts white people. It hurts y'all too. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, I'm finna show y'all some tweets that Elon Musk wouldn't retweet because his game is like basically finding a black on white crime, reposting it. In fact, you'll never see him repost a crime of white men doing something to women or like, you know what I'm saying? He glances past those, but once it's a black on white crime, he's locked in. Flight attendant 25 stabbed to death with scissors at 5-star hotel by ex because he thought she was working as a escort. And it's a white woman and a white man, but you know, no type of cover. Look at the likes. Like, this type of stuff don't even trend. Here's another one. Charlie Kirk fan stalked and brutally murdered 2 girls for talking shit about Charlie Kirk, and the suspect was a white man. Ooh. So yeah, this is a story that I talked about on my channel previously, right? But I didn't know he got let's read it. Free. Disgraced Texas mega church pastor free after 6 months in jail for said, you know, I'm not gonna read it out, y'all know YouTube.
Oh my gosh. You see, it's ingrained within this society. Protect the kids, protect the children. They don't even care about the kids. So you telling me that instead of going after these people, these pastors that's within your community, y'all want to focus on trans people? Just because they want to identify as something else, you know what I'm saying? that's an issue. They finna indoctrinate the kid, but you're good with not really caring that after 6 months, this pedo was able to be free. That lets me know where your priorities are. You know what I'm saying? You're scared to look at yourself in the mirror because you know what you're gonna be looking at, man. That's crazy, man. You gotta have cognitive dissonance to be a part of their community, bro. Facts.
This weekend. Whatever. He did something to a 12-year-old girl. Free after 6 months, bro. This is why I tell y'all, man. The system protects these types of people. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's so rampant in their communities. They don't hold each other accountable. Always want to scream us accountability. Y'all don't hold each other accountable for the pedo numbers in the community, dog. Wisconsin teacher has confessed to doing something to 2 of her special needs students. Arrested. Elon Musk, where's the retweet? A Texas teacher and Coach Shelby Lashomi pleaded guilty to improper relations with 2 teenage boys under 17.
Improper.
Basically, she was let off for this. Look at this story, y'all. So it says Rex Human, the Gilgo Beach serial killer, just pleaded guilty to murdering 8 women and admitted in court that he strangled them. Golly, but white men and pretty much all white women victims. And what you gotta notice is that, bro, a lot of these right-wing dudes, they don't care about the crime. They just don't want a black person doing it. Like, they're cool if they do it because they mainly do it themselves. But it's like, why are you doing stuff that I'm supposed to do to our people? What do you know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit. And I truly advise that y'all follow this Twitter page, right? Because he'll keep you updated. It's so many stories of just messed up shit happening. Because like I said, the media make you think that it's only black people doing these things. Stop falling for the propaganda.
If you believe that people of color are inherently more violent than white people, you're an idiot or you've been propagandized. I've got people in my comments sections arguing that the reason the homicide rates in these red states are so high is because of all the black people in the Democrat cities within those states. It's garbage.
This is why we always hear things like, oh, Chicago is so bad because people contribute the Chicago drill era of, you know, all these black teens with the murder rate. So it's a dog whistle when they say things like this, you know?
Of course.
So keep in mind the propaganda, even though that's not true. Chicago's not even top. Like, Chicago has went all the way down.
We're putting it to bed right now. I've got FBI homicide rate data. I've got U.S. Census Bureau data. I've got the 5 cities with the highest percentage of their population who self-identifies as black. So according to these people in my comments section, they should have the 5 highest murder rates in the country, right? Number 1 is South Fulton, Georgia, where 90.6% of the population self-identifies as black. Their murder rate, below the national average.
Ooh.
You know what else is below the national average? Their poverty rate. I'm sure that's a correlation that won't persist throughout this entire thing and around the world. Number 2, Jackson, Mississippi. 82% self-identify as black. Murder rate is near the top. You know what else is near the top? Their poverty rate. That's 2.63 times higher than the national average and is the 8th highest in the country. Number 3, East Orange, New Jersey, 79.1% self-identify as black. Should have the 3rd highest murder rate in the country, right? It's not in the top 200. It is above the national average, just like their poverty rate. Number 4, Lauderhill, Florida, 76.3% identify as black. Should have the 4th highest murder rate in the country, right? It's not in the top 100. It is above the national average and slightly higher than East Orange, but so is their poverty rate at 19.4%. And number 5, Detroit, Michigan, should have the lowest murder rate on this list, right? 75.3% self-identify as black. Their murder rate is the 8th highest in the nation. Their poverty rate is the 4th highest in the nation, 3.08 times the national average. Look at this table I'm building. Right now I've got 40 cities with populations of 40,000 or higher sorted by homicide rate. Not a single one of them in this top 40.
Damn, you see, that should bro, this is what we be saying. Poverty equates, not equates, but, you know, crime and poverty go hand in hand, bro. It's as simple as that. If someone tries to make it anything other than that, and they don't start factoring in the system and how, you know, certain races, like black people, were put in certain areas without proper education and that those resources have been siphoned out of that area, if they don't get down to nitty gritty of that, and they stop you at some 1350 shit, that should let you know exactly where they stand, bro. That should let you know. You know what I'm saying? If you was living in poverty, you'd start stealing too. Straight up. And if you ain't the one that's stealing, there's someone else that's stealing. You know what I'm saying? That job that you got is another job that someone else can't get. So be grateful for whatever situation you're in, but let's not be naive to the fact that, you know, it's a system. It's a system that put these things in place, And you know, when a system has been working overtime for generations, eventually the goal that it had set in the beginning is gonna start showing itself. You know, and then that's how you feed into the prison industrial system and, you know, things like that. But it gets deep.
The list is below or at the national average for poverty. But Blake, if poverty is the #1 driver of crime, then why are poor white people less violent than poor black people? Well, it's pretty simple. They're not. I get a lot of these stupid comments on my
Hey,
video.
truly, Brad, I know I always talk about this. I am a crime show fanatic. I love them, man. And a lot of times when I watch them, bro, it's poor white people in these rural areas doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't attribute that to them being white, but I could, because it's mainly white on white crimes in the country. Sometimes not even in the country.
And it's not a position backed by data. The FBI did a study in 2016 looking at people below the federal poverty line and determined that white people had the highest violent crime victimhood rates. The FBI has also shown throughout its data collecting history that most violent crime is intraracial, not intra, aka white on white, black on black.
Yeah.
80 to 84% of all white people killed by homicide are killed by other white people.
Yeah.
Allow me to connect the dots for you. With a higher violent crime victimization rate, and most of it being intraracial, the data would seem to indicate that poor white people are technically slightly more violent than poor black people. However, black people are more likely to be arrested at all income levels.
Yeah.
They are more likely to receive longer sentences and are 3.23 times more likely to be killed by police, according to Harvard. That same Harvard study also showed that over a 4-year period, black Chicagoans were 650% more likely to be killed by the police than white Chicagoans.
Damn.
So I say again, if you think that the amount of melanin in someone's body determines their likelihood to be a violent criminal, that is the same as saying that someone with freckles or blue eyes is more likely to be a violent criminal than someone with brown eyes and clear skin.
Right.
You are a propagandized idiot.
They're coming in here bringing drugs and ruining my country. I don't want them here.
They do that less than white Americans.
That's
So
what I
should we
believe.
target white Americans more?
No.
But white Americans do more crime.
If you show me the proof, then
I'll show you proof right now. 69% of all arrests are white Americans.
there's no evidence.
This is the FBI's website.
Nigga, what?
2019, 69.
Bro said there's no evidence. This you?
4% of all individuals who were arrested were white. Is that not evidence to you? 11,588 rapes were done by white Americans.
Here's the problem today, though.
Sure.
This is the problem. It's not about white or black. It's about we're all supposed to be one in
My
America.
God.
Oh, here it go. Hey, here it go. Wait, once you start pulling out some shit that got them looking crazy, nah, you see, my brother, this is what I'm saying, brother. The system and how the way that it impacts us, the working class, me and you. You see, I don't see color, bro. Like, you just a bro to me. I don't see color. So with that, I can't even be racist. You feel me? Because we're still working against the billionaires, you know? So like, man, shut up. You know exactly what you were trying to get at, but you met someone who is prepared for your bullshit arguments, and now you gotta do a quick little pivot off the 1-2. Man, get him out of here, MAGA, bro.
This is what people comment on my videos. So anytime I bring it up, they're like, "Oh, bro, you're causing division. You're doing this and that." Do I see y'all in the comments of those people making black fatigue videos? Do I see y'all under all the anti-black videos on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram? I don't never see y'all there.
That's what I believe. I think we're all should be one. We should all be.
You don't
like,
believe that because you think
no.
we should be deporting people out their homes every single
Yeah,
day.
and
when they don't
that's
commit any
because
crimes.
that's because
And they don't commit any
that's
crimes.
not.
But that's pretty much it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Listen, if y'all hate Elon Musk as much as I do, man, just leave a comment. He has to know that we hate him. Man, if y'all want to see something similar to this, go check out my previous video.
Man, shout out Antonio for the video. You did your thing. Who's the one lady I be watching? Her name is Lauren Daniels. Fuck, I forgot her name. Lori Daniels. She hella funny though. She call him elongated rat, and that's what he is, an elongated rat. Get him out of here. He's a racist. He's a white supremacist. We cannot take him serious. We gotta call it for how we see it. And also, bro need to stop having kids, okay? Keep your thing in your pants, bro. And I know you ain't no good father having 13 kids. I just know you not. I'm gone. Peace.